Long ago, there existed a phenomena of magic and wonder, 7 magical orbs known throughout the world as the Dragon Balls. Though they may appear small, great magic is hidden within each and every one of them. For if all 7 should gather together in one place, calling upon the dragon Shenron will allow to grant its user a single wish. But little did anyone realize that these 7 magical orbs will also bring about the calling of a new tale, the tale of one individual who defies all the odds against the divine, the demonic, and the evil. And that saga was the saga of a Saiyan that had travelled from the stars to become Earth's savior, and his name was Kakarot. But we've come to know him as Son Goku. Against gods, demons, and evil space emperors, Goku had arrived to save the Earth from any threat that comes from other worlds or other realms. And now, after a series of many great battles, and all his fierce foes have been defeated, peace had finally been restored, and Goku now travels off to a new journey. What could lie ahead for Goku and his new protege Oob? What is in wait for Goku's greatest and most daring adventure yet? All these answers and more will be answered in this new, retold tale of Goku's final journey. A journey that will push him to the edge, all the way to the end. With his training with Oob completed, Goku thought he was going to go home peacefully, but fate had other plans. A wish on the Black Star Dragon Balls turns Goku into a child before dispersing into space. The good news was that Goku had better control of his body than when the regular Dragon Balls made him small, but the bad news was the Earth was about to explode in 1 year's time. The Black Star Balls were created by King Piccolo to spite the former Guardian of the Earth. But when he was sealed away, Kami locked them in a vault, never for mortals to get their hands on. Until now. If the Black Star Dragon Balls aren't found by searching across the galaxy, the world will be destroyed. Seeing the danger before them, Goku sets on a brand new adventure alongside Trunks, a CEO of Capsule Corp who was reluctant to come along, and Pan, Goku's granddaughter. Pan was brimming with hidden power, just like her father Gohan. But mixing normal life and her usual proves to go not very much her way. And with the pressure of having to one day inherit Mr. Satan's legacy, Pan needed an escape, and she found one at the push of a button. Their travels took them all across the galaxy, and met many new friends and many trials along the way, even if one of those trials happens to be having their dragon radar taken and eaten by their new robot friend Giru. Yes, it may have started off rocky, but our heroes would overcome many obstacles in this journey. For Goku to get used to his new body, even if his god powers and forms along with Ultra Instinct were unable to be used in his current form. For Trunks, even if he doesn't see the full appeal of fighting anymore, when the world is in trouble, he has to set an example. With the slight addition of Super Saiyan 2 that he acquired on his travels, and for Pan to prove her value as a fighter, one who isn't afraid of taking on problems on her own, but must always be willing to accept help when needed. But our hero's greatest challenge emerged by the name of Dr. Mew. He and his machine mutants put Goku, Pan, and Trunks through the ropes. But none have done the job well than Dr. Mew's ultimate experiment, a parasitic organism known as Baby. Possessing the ability to enter and take control of the host, and then further spread his influence, making most of all of Goku's friends and family into Tuffles, including Vegeta. Baby's goal was to revive Planet Plant, the world that would later be known as Planet Vegeta. The Tuffles had created many experiments in the attempt of getting revenge against the Saiyans. Many failed, but Baby did not. All but Pan, Boo, Mr. Satan, and Oob remained to fend off Baby as Goku, believed to be dead, was going under a way to get even stronger as he, Supreme Kai, Kibito, the Elder Kai, and a friend named Seguro tried to bring Goku's lost tail back. Baby used the Black Star Balls to revive his home world, and that is when chaos ensued. With all those under Baby's control, his reign was unstoppable. A reign that would leave Boo dead and Oob defeated, even with Boo's power in round 2, turning him into Majoob. Thankfully, Goku returned with his tail to fight Baby at Super Saiyan 3, but the energy drain of 3 was just too great as Baby stood tall. But not for long, as Goku stared into the earth, and then the moon. Suddenly, a startling transformation occurred and Goku transformed into a great ape, savage and destructive. Until Pan's tears brought about a miracle. At last, Goku had transformed into a Super Saiyan 4, but it looked different to how it looked when he used it to defeat King Goma. This is likely due to Goku's tail returning. Last time, the Namekian Neva unlocked the power with magic, but the Saiyan DNA in the tail altered its design, brought Goku back to adulthood in this form, and greatly increased his power. Hence, it could be considered a completed Super Saiyan 4. And with it, Baby didn't stand a chance, until Bulma used a Blood-Wave generator to turn Baby into a Great Ape too. Goku and Baby engaged in a deadly battle as they fight. And as they fight, Kibito and Supreme Kai were on a mission to find the sacred water to cure all those under Baby's control. And when Goku was bloodied and battered, with Pan furiously blasting Baby back with a flicker of Super Saiyan in her heart with each blast. The two would be saved by Gohan, Trunks, and Goten, who were free from Baby's control. Fusion was on Trunks and Goten's mind, but Goku had a better idea to win against Baby. By the combined power of his Saiyan brethren, and with the aid of Oob and Mr. Satan, Goku unleashed a Dragon Fist that saved Vegeta while erasing Baby. With Baby defeated and all his followers cured, peace was restored. But sadly, not for long, as the Earth was still set to explode, and with no time to gather the Black Star Balls, an evacuation was nigh. But in the end, Piccolo stayed behind in the wake of Earth's explosion. The Black Star Balls were created by King Piccolo. If Piccolo dies, they'll turn to stone, and all of this will never happen again. But in his final moments, he got to talk to Gohan one last time, to thank him for everything. And after that, Piccolo was dead. The Earth was later restored with the Namekian Dragon Balls, and after mourning what was lost, Goku and his friends could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Although the Black Star Balls are gone, the negative energy from the two wishes made had caused a terrible effect on Earth's Dragon Balls, causing them to crack. So when our heroes used the Dragon Balls, a shadowy version of Shenron appeared and unleashed 7 dragons to engage and cause chaos, poisoning the world with negative energy. It was up to Goku to find them all and save the world. Pan and Giru tag along as well as with Trunks. But when facing each dragon, they also would find out the origin of when they were created from the wishes made by the Dragon Balls that they adore so much. Hey Shenron was created when Goku revived Bora, father of his old friend Upa, who was killed by mercenary Tao. Rage Shenron was created thanks to Goma's wish. When Goma became Supreme Demon King, he was worried Goku would be a threat to his rule. So worried, in fact, that he asked Shenron to turn Goku and all his friends into children. For Oceania Shenron, it was the wish made by Oolong, which was for a pair of underwear. For Natron Shenron, it was from the wish that revived all those that were killed by Vegeta, who tried to relive his glory days with Babidi's magic. Nova Shenron, the most noble of the lot, was born from the wish made by King Piccolo, who regained his youth and full powers back. Ice Shenron, Nova's brother, was formed from the wish made by Goku when Beerus the Destroyer came to Earth. The negative energy was formed inside of him upon learning how to learn and master the form of Super Saiyan God. But the worst of them all came in the form of the one-star dragon, Sin Shenron, brought to life from the wish that revived all the people that were killed by Frieza and his henchmen back on planet Namek. He was cold, ruthless, and too strong for Goku. But with the help of Gohan, Goten, Bulla, Majub, Trunks, Pan, and along with Pan, Goku delivered the final blow. Or maybe not. Sin Shenron, by absorbing the Dragon Balls, became a symbol of terror and destruction. Omega Shenron, who would lay waste to all before him. But when Vegeta appeared, he was ready for a big surprise. Vegeta had Bulma use the Blotzwave generator to restore his tail and turned into a great ape, and then into a Super Saiyan 4. To help even his power with Goku, so that together they could learn the fusion technique, creating Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Thanks to Gogeta, he not only backed Omega Shenron into a corner, but also removed all the negative energy that was surrounding the Earth. But before they could land the final blow, the two Super Saiyan 4s defused after 10 minutes, probably due to the exposure to negative energy using too much power with the Dragon Fist before the Big Bang Kamehameha. Goku prevented Omega a chance of regaining the 4-star ball by eating it, but that was the least of everyone's concerns. Goku and Vegeta returned to normal. Thanks to Goku's pure spirit, however, Nova Shenron was restored to finally put an end to Omega Shenron, but failed, as Omega fired a death ball which seemingly ended the life of Goku. Or did it? Believing that Goku was killed, Gohan, Gotenks, and Vegeta made a desperate final act against Omega Shenron. And just when all hope was lost, Goku arose from the ground, charging a large spirit bomb. But Goku would need more. With the energy of Earth, the universe, other universes, with a booster from all 3 worlds of the demon realm, the ultimate spirit bomb vaporized Omega Shenron as Goku is seen with his adult body once more and Shenron restored. But now it was time to go for Shenron and for Goku. After making one final wish, and with the Dragon Balls no longer around for the next 100 years, it was up to the Z-Fighters to carry on the fight without Shenron's help. And as for Goku, something off was with him, something wrong about him. But he left smiling as he set off for a brand new adventure. Kakarot, the man we call Son Goku, leaves with Shenron to destinations unknown. But no one will ever forget all that he had done to allow our world to see another day. He was always kind, gentle, and always ready for the next challenge, a treasured friend and a loving father. And so ends the story of the Dragon Balls. But a new chapter is always around the corner, and a day will come when Goku will return. But until it arrives, fate will play its part for the next generation. For great adventure awaits to those who answer the call of the magic Dragon Balls.